Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. This is Connor from Futures Analytica here, bringing you guys another live futures trading session. Today, of course, we are using the new R33 update of L2Azimuth, available now in your members area. And today I'm going to be highlighting those changes. So these are some pretty substantial changes under the hood. We've significantly enhanced the stability of the software, especially on Apex accounts. But let's just jump right into it here. We're going to arm concordant. I'm using the default settings that come with the software. We're just going to use counter spoof for now. So in that download you guys got it looks like we just got filled into a trade there, and we won that one pretty quickly, almost immediately. But in your members area, you will have access to a new .exe downloader. In this new .exe downloader, or installer, I apologize, you will want to have your NinjaTrader closed, and you will run that. Once you've ran that installer, you'll then open up your NinjaTrader and import the new version of the software. And of course, once you've done that, you'll open up the workspaces menu and select L2Azimuth ES, and then you'll be ready to go. You'll just open up the strategy, click enable, and you'll have the same settings that I do here. Highly recommend, of course, testing out on a simulated account before jumping into any live trading. You can see that we have actually been using a pretty aggressive strategy here. We only have a 2-tick take profit and a 3-tick stop loss, and that means that we are paying $25 in commissions per trade. So we have to have our win rate be pretty high for this strategy to be overall profitable. If you guys have any questions you'd like me to answer during the stream, you guys can check it out on the link that is posted in the chat. Hey Juan, R33 obviously is going to work well on Sierra Prime, but I'm just using the regular version of Sierra for this, just for congruity. You don't have to wait till Sierra Prime comes out. Hey Junji, I highly recommend using the software with the new update. See, we're getting a lot of entries, but no orders filled. We have our limit orders on, of course, so just be aware. Hey Sajid, your question was, as a new user, do I need to buy Polarity ATI and L2Azimuth together? Can you please briefly go over what is needed at minimum? No, you do not need Polarity ATI. You only need L2Azimuth. So, Sajid, if you have the NinjaTrader 8 platform, all you need to get is level 2 data, which is about $10 a month, which you can be done either through Apex or through your data broker, which is going to be on your NinjaTrader brokerage account. Or of course, Apex has that. We have an installation tutorial on how to get level 2 data, of course, included in the course that's included with your purchase. Other than that, if you just purchase L2Azimuth, you actually get everything that you see on this stream. Of course, besides a VPS. You don't need a VPS, but we do recommend one. And if you aren't really a tech-savvy user, you are able to have us handle the installation for you if you'd like, and that can be done through Sierra Link, which is available, of course, in the description. Okay, Jose, I'll double check with my team to make sure that's posted there. That's going to be out by the end of the stream, so just give it some patience.
Target filled.
Looks like we got another fill there. We're up to 3 wins on the day so far, up to 372.96. But Sajid, to answer your question, you do not need Polarity ATI to use what I'm using here. Hey Diego, you'll need to email our team at Sierra Link to get that update. We don't want to touch any of our users' files unless we have their explicit permission from them. Got our first losing trade there, back down to 159. Hey guys, Sierra Prime is not out yet. However, we are thinking about taking pre-orders for it if you want to get a slot. It's going to be a limited availability as we're only able to secure about 1 or 2 racks inside the exchange right now. Hey Hal, that's because it's likely that you have R31 enabled, not R33. If you have R33, you should be getting the same one. Hey Sam, yes, CME level 2 will work perfectly. That's all I'm using. Hey Enrico, it'll be available in between now and the end of the stream. My team is just finalizing the instructions to make sure that everyone's able to download and install it smoothly. Hey Michael, API integration has been available since R31 and it'll continue to be expanded with this update. Hey, Brian, yes, if you require support for installation, we are here to help. Hey, Leo, yes, total P&L is after commissions.
Target filled.
Just got another win there, up to 284. Hey there, JJ. Yes, default settings comes with the update.
Target filled.
Hey, Alan, yes, that will be posted by the end of the stream. Hey, Junji, yes, it does handle high volatility better, as we're trading it today. With default settings, not even using microgravity.
Target filled.
Got another one there, up to 282 finally. Hey, Faber, you said, how do you manage to have a PA account with Apex using the software, considering that Apex does not allow scalping of just a few seconds? This is actually untrue. In Apex 3.0 trading rules, which I'll be posting in the chat here, there is actually no rule against using this software. This is misinformation. They don't allow HFT, which manipulates the simulated trading environment of Apex, which makes sense. But other than that, that is not a rule. So
target filled.
Hey Diego, yes, you should be getting the same trades that mine is, considering I do not have my congruity on. If you're using the same update as I am, my team is finalizing that, and it'll be posted by the end of the stream.
Target filled.
Hey Morali, yes, the R33 update uses an actual installer, not an NT backup file. We have our NT backup file process for people where they're not able to use the exe for some reason. But if you're not comfortable running an executable file on your computer, but we highly recommend anyone who is using the software to utilize the exe installer that we provide. Hey Prakash, you asked what's the capital deployed for the current trade. Considering this is futures, the question is not necessarily as clear of an answer as I would have liked it to be. With futures trading, of course, you are using a margin-based system, meaning that you're not actually posting cash for your actual trade. You'd have to do millions of dollars to do that.
Target filled.
Looks like another win there, up to 503.66 after commissions. Hey Matt, you should uninstall R31 before the install. However, I have configured the installer to at least attempt to try and do that for you. If for some reason it slips through the cracks and doesn't uninstall R31 for you, you may need to do that manually. Just to be safe, I do recommend you uninstalling the previous version before you use the new installer.
Target filled.
Just got another win there, up to 627.98 on the day. Doing pretty well so far. Unfortunate loss there. Had a high volatility spike which caused that. Hey Rav, we have not stopped supporting polarity.
Target filled.
Just got a nice fill there, up to 501.62. It was like a half win, I think.
Target filled.
We're going to throw on trespass here to try and trigger some more trades. Hi James, I am not using MBO data for L2Azimuth. Regarding polarity, I am thinking about releasing a model for it for sale. So you guys don't have to train your own model if you don't want to, but obviously if you guys don't want me to do that, well, Mark, you said what version of NinjaTrader 8 should we use with R33? Are you using Apex as a data feed? Hey Mark, I am using the latest version of NinjaTrader 8, so that's what I recommend you use. Hey Matthias, thank you for your inquiry. It is quite long, so it's like very many words here, so I'm not going to be able to read your question on stream about potential additions to the software, but I'll get back to you via email on those suggestions. Thank you for your long time support. Hey Robert, so the new settings available on R33 are included with the template. And we do have some user education available that will go through those. Hey John, I am using the default settings right now, which is just a 2.2 counter spoof ratio, and then I think it's 2 depth and 2 split. And then we're using a 2-tick take profit, 3-tick stop loss with a stop limit order as our stop instead of a stop profit order, or a stop market order, I mean. Pretty nice movement in the upward direction here. However, not able to capture that because our limit orders are just not getting filled right now. Hey guys, we got 183 viewers today here on stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Always appreciate the engagement from you guys. Bit of an interesting trading day here today. We're not down, but we're not up that much. I guess we're only making 125 per trade, so it does look like it's a bit less, but we do have 184 viewers here today. It would mean a ton if you guys left a like on the video. We only have 43 likes here today, guys. So if you guys are watching, you're enjoying what you're seeing here on stream, if you're excited about R33, it'd be super helpful if you guys left a like. Got a bit of a trade loss there, unfortunately. Accuracy would be a bit higher for using microcongruity, but I want to be making sure that you guys are getting these same variables that I am with these trades.
Target filled.
Got a nice fill there, up to 623 now on the day. You can see here we are missing a lot of winning trades that would have won if we had a little bit smaller of a limit order offset. Also, guys, if you're interested today only, we have a 20% off code for R33 of L2Azimuth. That code is R33 update. It's going to be decreased to 15% tomorrow, but to celebrate the new update today, it is 20% off with code R33 update.
Target filled.
Just got a nice fill there. I don't even know if that was a counter spoof or a trespass trade. I was not watching, but to 748 now on the day. Good to know, Stan. Thank you for the feedback on the polarity model.
Target filled.
Got a nice fill there, up to 872 now on the day, almost to 1,000.
Target filled.
Now we're up to 996.86 now. You know, Harrison, right now, DexArray does not really fit into my current trading model. This originally was pretty good before we released the limit order update, but with the limit order update, I changed my micro forecasting settings, and the DexArray does handle or does rely on some pretty conservative micro forecasting settings. So because we don't have scanner specific micro forecasting, I'm in a weird position to where I haven't found DexArray to be that useful with the current micro forecasting setup. Now, if you use a more conservative micro forecasting setup, you can use DexArray. The thing is that for me, it was like DexArray was really only 1 to 3 trades per day. So I don't really feel like I'm missing out on that much alpha. Using a wide limit order offset can really help with that stringent volatility that we do see sometimes with the market. Unfortunately, got a losing trade there. Got 194 viewers here today. We only have 62 likes, guys. If you guys are liking what you're seeing today on today's stream, please leave a like. It would help a lot. Wow, 2 losing trades in a row there. It's a super big bummer.
Target filled.
Did follow up with the winning one. We're up to 620 after commissions. I am thinking about acquiring a CME seat to minimize my commissions. We're up to $1,300 before commissions. So you can see that commissions do play quite a large role in taking our profits away. Unfortunately, our trespass has not been our friend today. I think that it's been responsible for pretty much all of the losses that we've gotten since we enabled it. Turn that off. It's not really the correct volatility to be using anyway. Hey Keith, the cost of CR Prime will be anywhere from 500 to 1,000 per month. Believe me when I say this, that we are not making very much on that. The margins are pretty tight, given that in order to put your server inside of that data center and get a cross connect to brokerages and Rhythmic and whatnot, which is a dedicated cable that goes in between between the exchanges and the brokerages themselves and our servers. That's a minimum cost of $10,000 per month that we have to be investing. So this is mostly to allow me to have this and minimize my cost, because right now I am paying $10,000 a month just to have my own cross connect. So I'm basically just allowing more people to use it without substantially increasing my costs in order to get this. It'll be a limited series. It's of course not for everyone. It's only for professionals. Again, if it's too expensive, you just should buy it. You probably aren't going to find much use out of it anyway if you find it to be too expensive. I find it to give me an edge that is greater than $10,000 a month. So I use it. Hey, Prakash, yes, there is a manual mode you can use, which is just turn off auto re-engage, and you can engage specific directions. So you can see we can have long only, we can have short only, and of course, if we have auto re-engage on, we don't have to do anything really. But you can also have auto re-engage on with specific directions. Like you can see here, if we know the market's not really going to move down at all, we wouldn't want to get filled into a short position. But of course, that's not within our trading decision process, so we're not going to be changing anything with that. Really strange volatility this week. Obviously, we're operating within the realm where we do have a president who has the ability to significantly sway the market with very minor decisions, or sorry, gigantic decisions. So um, this does have a macro effect on the market. So hopefully we won't get too much more of these changes, but right now this has affected the strategy just a bit. But you can see we're still green. Hey, Peter, no, the update's free. If you already own L2Azimuth, you do not need to buy the update.
Target filled. Target filled.
There we go, starting to get some winning trades here. Yeah, definitely, Doug. It's of course due to this abnormally high volatility right now, though. So here we'll play around with the TP a little bit. Let's see what we can do with that. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see what we can add here to give us a bit more of an edge in this market. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, to compensate for this high volatility, this will be good. This will be good exercise for you guys to learn. I'm going to decrease the number of bars for machine learning to 800. So we're using the most recent data. It's going to be very, very volatile. We're going to decrease the microstructure bias probability thresholds for both trespass and counterspoof. And we're decreasing the ratio for counterspoof to 2.0. We're going to leave those take profits. I might expand to 3. We'll see here. We're gonna try that out, but okay, let's try this. Let's see how this goes. I'm just gonna enable this here. Hey John, you said, how are you measuring volatility? You say it's high, but I don't see an actual measurement for your analysis. All right, John, I would like you to open up a SPY chart on your 1 day and tell me what the percent change has been today. So just search SPY on Google, and you can see that we are down 4% today. The S&P 500 is down 4% in 1 day. Now, if you have any kind of explanation on how that would not be high volatility, I would love to hear that. All right, so now that we've made those changes, let's see what we can do here. Go into ARM Concordant. Oh wait, let's turn back on the stream here. Okay. So we're only up around $900 before commissions, so that's only 91 after. So let's see what we can do here. Let's throw on trespass, of course.
Target filled.
All right, got a winning trade there. And let's expand our take profit to 3.
Target filled.
Got another win there. And of course, because we're using microcongruity, our win rate's going to be much higher. And because we decrease the settings, we'll actually get filled in some trades. Before, man, we were just not getting filled into very many trades. Yeah, Junji, you are correct. It does seem like the market is mostly being pushed by fundamentals than microstructure. However, I do still believe that there is an edge available. It's just that we have to expand our horizon that we're looking at just a little bit. That 2-tick take profit, even though those settings I'd say were pretty terrible for this specific day, remember we're still at like break even after commissions. So this is probably my worst trading day that I've had on stream, I think, out of any L2Azimuth stream. And we pretty much ended up at break even after commissions without changing our settings. So if you guys don't want to change your settings, that's kind of the worst day that I've looked at, even using probably the worst settings available. You can see here we've made our way all the way back up to 938 after just tinkering around and changing a couple of variables, which I had explained. Yeah, no worries, John. I do appreciate that. Sorry to blow up your spot with that. That wasn't aware this is your first time on the stream, but yeah, that makes sense on why you'd want a measurable way to look at volatility. But essentially, just looking at Oh, looks like we got a partial fill there. We got filmed the one contract, I think. So hey, Kurt, you are not forced to update immediately out of force of loss. I would say that this does solve some pretty glaring bug issues with Apex trader funding.
Target
So
filled.
if you are having issues with Apex on R31, then I do recommend updating as soon as you can. Also, you said if your ping to the CMA is above 100 milliseconds, should you expect substandard returns using L2Azimuth? You're definitely not going to be getting the same as me. I'll say that.
Target filled.
It's 100 milliseconds is pretty long. I have seen users have that high of ping and still be green daily, but it's going to be more difficult
Target
to achieve
filled.
that with 100 millisecond ping. You'd want to get below 30 milliseconds at minimum to be confident that you're going to be consistent. You can see here we're up to 1600 now after just expanding our take profit a little bit.
Target filled.
Hey Junji, I do believe that okay, not sure exactly what you mean by said some people have
Target
some issue
filled.
running L2 on live account. Can you elaborate on this question? Like there's a bug with it or what? I do use this on live anytime I'm not on stream. But of course we use it on Apex because that's what most of my customers are trading. Almost 90% of my customers do trade on an Apex account or a sim account. Only 10% are on brokerage. They do prefer the lower risk tolerances of Apex. And about half those Apex users are on funded accounts using the software. Some users do say that PA accounts are
Target
easier to
filled.
trade than the evaluation accounts, so that is pretty interesting. Up to $2,200 now today after we just changed those settings and threw on microcongruity.
Target filled.
I'm pretty happy about that. Up to 2,400 now. That was pretty interesting. We got a partial fill there, it looks like.
Target filled.
Or it's just Apex doing its thing. I don't know how that was possible, but
Target filled.
up to $2,800 now on the day. We're doing super well after just changing a couple of variables there. What's actually pretty funny is that this whole week I had been trading the settings that I was using today, and I ended up plus 3,000 pretty much consistently every day. So, pretty funny that
Target
today would be the
filled.
day that that wouldn't work out. From Rainy Queen's channel. Yeah, Rainy Queen does not know what they're talking about.
Target filled.
It's likely that if he's saying that there is a difference between sim and live, it's the fact that on sim you don't have to worry about latency, and on live you do. So that would be a massive discrepancy between the two if you have really bad latency versus getting perfect latency with sim.
Target filled.
Hey Harrison, what I did is I decreased the counter spoof ratio from 2.2 to 2.0. I decreased trespass from 4.0 to 3.0, and then I decreased the machine learning bars from 1587 to 800.
Target
Um,
filled.
yeah, and then I, of course, increased my take profit a little bit to 3 ticks instead of 2 ticks. And I decreased my limit order offset to 0.
Target filled.
I think that we could have gotten away with just decreasing our limit order offset to 0. That wouldn't have been an issue at all.
Target filled. Target filled.
Wow, getting
Target
super
filled.
good fills today here. I don't think I've lost a trade in a few since we changed our settings. That's pretty insane.
Target filled. Target filled. Target filled.
Wow, back-to-back wins here, guys. There we go. There's our first loss. Second loss.
Target filled.
There we go. There's a win. We're actually up 6,300 before commissions right now. So 47.80 after commissions.
Target filled.
Got a nice win there, up to 49.79.
Target filled. Target filled.
Yeah, definitely. We can look into a module on increasing or decreasing settings and volatility changes.
Target filled.
There we go, 53.26 now. Going for 6,000 after commissions here today.
Target filled.
You can see these are pretty consistent settings. I'm pretty happy with this.
Target filled.
57.25.5 now. Super solid.
Target filled.
Almost up 6,000 now. You can see that with these higher volatility settings, we're doing far better. Yeah, definitely, Peter. I can post those settings. Right after this, I'll take a screenshot and I'll post those. Got 2 losses in a row there, both trespass, looks like. Let's pull up our trespass performance. Let's see how we're doing today.
Target filled.
Back up to 5,800. Again, going for 2,000 or 6,000 here.
Target filled.
I think that trespass is what's losing us all these trades. Actually, I'm not so sure about that.
Target filled. Target filled. Target filled. Target filled.
There we go, up to 59.91. I think we can call it there. It's close enough to 6,000 for me, but yeah, let's post these settings. I'm going to put these settings in the description right when we're done with this. Or not, I'll put them in the comments and the description. Why not? Along with what time those were changed. But we had a pretty insane turnaround there. We were pretty much at break even before we made those changes. Again, those are the kind of the worst days that I see, is that you get break even after commissions. I think that you can sometimes get break even before commissions. I've never really seen the software like really consistently lose though. Again, past results do not predict future returns, so don't take my word for that. But yeah, that's pretty insane, guys. I'm pretty excited about what this new update includes. And I think that if you guys just run the update and run it with the settings that I'm going to put in the description here today, of course on Sim, you're not going to want to jump right in. I think you guys are going to be pretty happy with with what you guys get here. But thank you guys so much. So we do have, of course, 20% off L2Azimuth lifetime and quarterly with code R33 update. That's going to be 20% only today, and then we're going to decrease that to 15% after the end of the day today. But guys, here we do have 192 viewers. We got 79 likes. Be super helpful if you guys liked the video and subscribed. If you guys are new here, more interested in no delay live trading, where we trade on live accounts or PA accounts with our automated trading software with full transparency. Make sure to subscribe, and if you're interested in being notified on these new streams, hit that notification bell. We usually do schedule these streams about 3 days before they happen, so you'll get a notification when these get scheduled. So you won't want to miss them. You'll be able to follow along on your chart and see the same price action happen on your screen as it does on mine, and watch the magic happen. But guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. R33 should be available in your members area at this time. Thanks guys so much for tuning in.